Give me one of my. It's like a weird quote. What are you?
Student, filmmaker,
Okay, I see.
friend.
Okay, okay, I'll redo it. All right, fine. My name is Michael Dodona. I'm 19. I'm a student, and I'm going to the Air National Guard as well. And I'm also a son.
I should have been wearing my mask, and then you could have been like, "Oh, it's okay. You can take off your mask," and I would have been like, "Oh, okay." My name is Willow Olsensky. I am 20, going on 21 in less than a month. Some things about myself. I like to keep busy, even though I'm really lazy, so I tend not to do anything.
I'm Robbie Elliston. I'm 18 years old, and I'm a professional nihilist.
At first, it was very productive for quarantine. Like, I was doing a lot of stuff around the house. I had, like, motivation for the first, 2 months. And then, even just cleaning stuff, buying stuff, practicing guitar and stuff like that. The last, 2 months of quarantine, I was very bored. And, when our friends started hanging out again, it was okay. But there was, a time between where the boredom finally hit me.
Me personally, well, my family had COVID, so I guess I have more of a personal experience with it, but I never had any serious symptoms that make me relate to COVID. I don't know, when I think about it, it's still oh yeah, that's a thing, and it's really scary, but I haven't experienced fear or anything. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
I mean, sometimes it's like things can be breaking down in your own life that and you can kind of find a little bit reassurance in that the world is carrying on. But at some points of this, it kind of feels like everything has stopped, so it's kind of taking away a little bit of hope with that. That was kind of upsetting to deal with for the past few months. It's been hard to put together what my future is going to be like, because to me that's kind of important to have I need to release that anxiety by knowing that I have something laid out in front of me. But I think this has been testing me to it's been testing me to push to kind of break that down, because that's not really how you should live your life, because you don't really know what's going to come next, and you kind of have to seize every opportunity as it comes along. So I feel it's helped me learn some things, but it's definitely been really hard.
I mean, in terms of productivity, I think that us as humans can be a lot more productive on our own. I'm not saying we're unproductive when we're with other people, but I think we can, even just doing stuff at home. I think a lot more jobs will be online now. Schooling, there probably won't be too many snow days anymore for future reference, because they could just hop on Zoom. Throughout the past few months, you kind of see, I think everyone kind of sees this, but you see your friend, the people you actually hang out with, and your friend group kind of narrows down to people you're actually close with and people you're actually friends with. For me, I hung out with the same one or two groups of people, rather than going out and seeing other people that I may not be as close with. So I think that's a big thing. It's way harder to climb vertical than it looks. Not happening.
I want to say that I learned how to be more with myself. I found different things that I could do during the pandemic, like cooking and baking or reading or painting or just doing different DIY projects. And I also, in the beginning, I would go on beach walks and just like collect beach glass. So maybe I learned to be more independent in a way. I mean, it's nice to have people, but also it's nice to have comfort in yourself. I have two just in case. This is two.
It's made me grateful for like little tasks that you can do like throughout your day, like just like building up stuff to like reap the rewards later, like having like a garden in your backyard. Like you don't really need like a lot of support, like you can just do it on your own, like a little bit, add to it each day, and it adds value to your life. Like I've been more grateful for stuff like that, because stuff that I kind of took for granted before, and maybe it's shown me that that I can do like little projects to prove to myself that I'm capable of doing things. Welcome. I'm gonna plant, fill this up with turnips, parsnip, radishes. I'll do another thing of carrots. So this will kind of just be like different rows of like really thick matted, like I don't think I'll even space them. I think I'm just gonna throw seeds in here and see what happens. I was thinking, like, with this new age of like TikTok, like why wouldn't I take advantage of it? Like even if it's like for creating, like I kind of judge it a lot, but like if that's like the way like people could go for like TikTok could take off into whatever it wants to be. Like I don't know, I was watching a video Hank Green posted, and he was like his, like he's open and he's not judging it, and I feel like I judged it a lot, and like it's something you could hop on and like create a following for yourself. Like if I do like dumb garden shit on like TikTok, like the role models that you look back on like are like they blaze the path themselves. So if you're just gonna follow in their footsteps, you're gonna like end up like I lost it.
Well, first of all, I hate the term "the new normal." It's one of my pet peeves of mine. I don't know why I hate it, but I do think things will normalize. But I think like the impact of this is far greater than a lot of people think. Even so many things have happened this year outside of COVID as well, that the world will change because of it. I don't think it'll be completely back to normal, but I do think that like that we will adjust, and it'll become normalized what we do. The year is just a number, so I do think just by it changing to 2021, nothing's going to go away. You have to be willing to make the changes. Everyone has to be willing to make the changes, and you can't expect everything just to wash away the second the new calendar year flips. You can't nothing's going to go away, so you have to adjust for yourselves and for everyone else.
I don't know. I have hope that this could phase out or we'll find a cure, but I think we have a good future ahead of us.
You never want to be the one to predict the end of the world because I think somebody said this, if you're right about it, then nobody's going to be there to give you a pat on the back, and if you're wrong, then you're just another idiot. But like I think like it could go either of two ways. Like we're at like a tipping point, and like we've been boiling up to this moment for a while, but I'm pretty optimistic. Like I think it's showing us that we need to change how we live our lives, because if we're living our lives with pandemics, like I think we need to restructure how we live and how we interface with all the other humans on the planet. Like maybe this isn't sustainable,